name used to be Adam, and Pastor Jeremy was great. I miss him a lot. He was an awesome youth pastor, probably the best I could ever think of. I went to other youth groups, and no one was better than Pastor Jeremy. And so I served with him as a youth leader, as a student leader, I guess, I think we called it, for about 2 years before he was called to new things, and then Luke and the rest to step up. It has been such an honor to serve your youth. And, I just want you to know that I don't consider myself a youth pastor. I consider myself a student of Jesus, who is the youth pastor. And so, it's interesting, too. I was telling our youth this when we first started out. I was researching Jesus' disciples, and something I'd never realized was that the oldest disciple was about 20 years old. It was Peter. And the rest of them were between the ages of like 12 and 17. So Jesus' disciples were basically his youth group. And these are the people that he went around doing miracles with, and these are the people that saw him die, and that as they got older, became the apostles, who went out and did all those things when they were Jesus' age. It's interesting that all the other gods had some name related to the sun or related to just the powers of nature, but he says, no, I'm just existence, pure existence. And this was very significant in the context of that culture, because in those days, I have a picture of the desert and the ocean. And the reason for those is that in those days, they would say the desert and the ocean did not exist. Now, to us, that sounds foolish, because in our day, existence has to do with something that takes up space. But in those days, the word they used for existence had to do with a personal interaction. So, we go to the next slide. So the idea of a camp or a community, that was where existence is. It's among people, among personal interaction. So that means that by giving the name existence, God was saying, I'm a God of people. I'm a God that can be personally experienced and interacted with. You don't have to come up on a mountain. I'll come down to you. And that was very uncommon for God to do that in those days. And so my vision for this youth group, in summary then, is for us to know who we are and impact the world for Jesus Christ. Where we're at, and with what we're given. Doesn't matter how small we are. It doesn't. God is big enough. God is big enough. But more importantly, He's big enough to be small enough to know us each individually, personally. And that's something He told me once. It blew my mind. I love my conversations with God. I encourage the students to always seek to hear the voice of the Lord. But He said to me once, I was thinking about how big He is, and oh man, He's too big for me. There's no way. Look at all these things He's done. Look at the stars above. And He said to me, don't you think I'm big enough to be small enough for you? And He is. He is. So the first and most important thing is knowing Him personally. But after that, impact the world for Christ. And so that is my vision for our youth group, and that's why our name is I Am Jesus in Me. So now I'm going to close this in prayer. Father, thank you so much for this opportunity you've given me, and you've given our group, just to impact the world for you, and even more than that, just to fall in love with you, because this is eternal life. And I ask that you would just prevent us from forgetting this, because we're so forgetful. I know I'm so forgetful. Help me to remember. Help your group, your youth group to remember. And help even the adults to remember and encourage us in this. And I ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, guys.
Good message. Thanks, Jonathan.